Hi, my name is Jack McLean and I'm the founder of Prepare Like a Pro. Growing up, I loved playing cricket and football and had a strong passion for helping others. Over the past 11 years working in the industry, I've been lucky enough to have worked alongside Sean Murphy, the head strength and conditioning coach at Essendon, Luke Boyd, physical performance manager at Hawthorn, and interned under Andrew Russell, high performance director at Carlton. I started Prepare Like a Pro after my time as a strength and conditioning coach at Hawthorn Football Club to help developing footballers gain a competitive edge with AFL standard preparation methods. If you're a developing footballer wanting to take your game to the next level, we'd love to help you. At Prepare Like a Pro, you can expect to not only improve your athleticism, but also lower your risk of injury or overload. There are training programs suitable for every level of involvement. I would love to help you choose the one that best suits your goals and personal motivation. Head to our Inquire Now page and I'll get back to you soon. Welcome to the Prepare Like a Pro live chat Sunday show. Thanks for tuning in. Got a massive show tonight, huge week coming up, so stay tuned. Make sure to note down our upcoming guests. August has also been a massive month. We've currently got our August giveaway, so head to our Instagram page to get involved in that to win $874 worth of prizes. But massive shout out to Troy Jones, Luke Jensen and Lucas O'Dea, who joined our Academy subscription, which is our newest service. We started that a few weeks ago, and it's for strength and conditioning coaches as well as developing footballers. So if you're interested, click the link in our bio for more information there. We've also got 7 spots left. For the first 10 Academy members, we'll get a free coaching session with myself. At the moment, I'm doing that on Zoom, one-on-one, where if you're a strength and conditioning coach, we're talking about your career and your career ambitions and where you want to go and any way that I can help you out with career advice. And if you're developing football, then I'm helping you out with your lifestyle habits as well as your training program and helping you there. So if you're interested, guys, it's a great offer. It's something I'm really passionate about, and you get to join our community here at Prepare Like a Pro for a small monthly fee. Also, massive shout out to all the athletes that joined us in the month of August, getting ready for a massive off season. That's Eliza Morrison, who's come back. She worked with us when she was living in Northern Territory last year. Amanda Ventura, Corey Preston, Paul Curtis, who are preparing with us for their combine coming up in 2 months. Matt Lincoln, Riley Michelson, a couple of Ajax boys, Tommy Tout, recommended from Box Hill Hawks. Will Dozert works with a coach that I used to work with, Wayne Oswald, and Trent Sims, who's a hockey player. So welcome aboard, guys. I'll catch you guys as all members in the Discord group, and really looking forward to helping you out on your journey. We've also got a couple of new members on our online strength and conditioning program, and that's Verena Mack up in Northern Territory and Camille Badra. Welcome to the program, guys. Hope you enjoy the strength and conditioning program and continue to develop your athleticism. Verena's a soccer player and Camille's a footballer. For more information about all our programs, guys, just click the link in our Instagram bio where we've got details around our Academy online program and the individualized package. Any questions for this Sunday chat, use the chat box, and I'm more than happy to spend 10 or so minutes at the end of our update tonight answering your questions. So click the chat box. You should be able to do that on any stream that you're watching from, whether you're watching on LinkedIn or on YouTube. Feel free to send through your questions and I'll do my best to answer your questions. We've had a few amazing guests last week, which I'm going to briefly debrief and give my main takeaways from those chats, as well as talk about our events coming up. We've got everything from a joint co-host event with Ben Stanley tomorrow night, where we announce the winner for the September giveaway. Then we've got 2 podcast live chats coming up, Tuesday and Thursday, and then I'm going to post a free presentations on mobility, where I'll be presenting on mobility for football on Wednesday. So heaps of content. If you're hungry to learn, make sure to note down those times. We'll just quickly go into the debrief of last week. So our first guest that we had last Tuesday at 8 p.m. was Joel Hocking. He worked alongside Bowden Babachech as an athlete in the athletics track and field, and that's where he was first introduced to the AFL strength and conditioning arena, where Bowden brought him down to intern at Hawthorn Football Club. He then went on to work in the industry for 20 years, including running the Carlton High Performance Program. He worked at Melbourne and had some time at Essendon as well. So I worked at 4 of the major clubs in the league. And it was great to talk to him about not only how to manage a program, but how sports science came in, but with tracking GPS. That was a major takeaway, and how that changed the landscape of load management, and for some players around performance and getting the most out of themselves with changing the way they rotate throughout the game. As well as managing their loads over pre-season rather than everyone just doing the same amount of training. They started individualising their loads in training sessions over pre-season and during the season, so they could get the most out of the athletes. So that was one major takeaway. Second one was due to Joel's elite track and field background. He was huge on the technical sides of running and improving the athlete's running economy. I was lucky enough to learn under Joel in the Australian Strength and Conditioning Level 2 course, where he took us through sprint technique, acceleration technique, and change of direction. It was one of my favourite workshops, and it was great to dive a little bit deeper in this episode. So we're actually fortunate enough to, because we're 15 weeks ahead with our live chats compared to the podcast, next week is a super exciting week. We're going to start dropping 2 episodes a week now. So every Monday, like usual, we'll have an episode, but we're also going to start dropping an episode every Friday. Okay, so for those that are big on the podcast and really looking forward to listening to those, we're going to start to accelerate our live chats and publishing those on the podcast forum. So super excited about that. So we should be able to see Joel's in the next couple of months rather than next year, which is good. We also talked about how he's now working in the high school setting, so at St. Monica's, and what he's doing there, and how it doesn't differ too much from what he was doing in AFL clubs, where it's teaching people how to lift with Olympic lifting, as well as running technique and giving them a better understanding to have self-awareness around their body and when to train hard and when to back off and manage their bodies. So that was a really cool topic. And then that brought up another takeaway where to not get too caught up in doing the things that you see on YouTube and on Instagram with like Olympic lifting and more the complex movements like plyometrics, but make sure that you get a good coach who understands how to structure your training, and you're not running every day, or you're not doing super complex movements that your body's not ready for due to your training age, but you're actually doing things in an intelligent manner, and you're able to look after your body while still getting some good performance benefits and not putting yourself at risk for injury. So that was a huge topic we spent some time on, where if you are going to do the Olympic lifting, make sure you're coached and you're doing it properly. And that's same with any of the power-based movements. So that was a great chat. If you want to catch that interview with Joel Hocking, all you need to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be able to see the live chat there. Or if you want to catch the personal section that we have of that podcast, like all our live podcasts, and you want to get the whole episode and you missed the live interview, then subscribe to our Academy, where Academy members get access to the whole episode, even if they don't watch it live. Then we had Wednesday morning Gary McCoy, who's an Australian, but he's living in America. He's working he manages the Australian Baseball Strength and Conditioning Program. He also worked with a gym company, Cybex, designing their engineering around how to make machines more efficient for athletes, like leg extensions and those sort of things. So he had a real brain for biomechanics. He then brought sports science and sports tech and really made it common knowledge and common practice in America, and he's still working on that there. It's quite accelerated here in Australia. We're sort of leading the way with sports science, but in America it's starting to catch on, and Gary's one of the people at the front of the frontier where he's really driving that and educating coaches over there the importance of increasing play availability by doing tracking your load management and using equipment like catapult with the GPS units and so forth. So that was a great chat. We spent a fair bit on sports science. We also talked about the biomechanics and improving technique with video analysis and giving feedback for the athletes so they can see what they're doing, and working closely with the coaches. If the player's not doing something that they like, is it because of a physical constraint? That was something he was big on, and how you can screen an athlete and see, is it something they're not doing because physically they have limitations, or is it something they're not doing because they aren't aware that that's something that the coaches are on. So talked about communication and the importance of that. And then the third big topic that Gary talked about was the importance of coaches getting out of your comfort zone and working in other sports, which has been a common topic with strength and conditioning coaches that have come on the podcast. And it's something that he was passionate about. Being a swimmer himself, then playing baseball, he's tried to work in a few different sports, and or even just work in sports tech like he has. Work in the trenches, work in research to try and get himself exposed to all the different things that the industry has, which I thought was a great message. So, if you missed that live chat, just like with the Joel Hocking one, head to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and you'll be able to watch the episode there. Tonight, we've got episode 56 dropping at 8 p.m. That premieres, so you'll be able to see that in 90 minutes or so. And then the podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and all your podcast directories launches tomorrow. So that's with Sarah Perkins. It was a great chat around her upbringing in Melbourne, where she played netball and soccer before playing Australian rules football. It wasn't easy early days. She talked about some injury management she had and how to overcome them. As well as the confidence that grew out of the 2016 season, where she kicked 52 goals and finished third in the league in goal kicker award behind Katie Brennan and Mo, and was named the VWFL Team of the Year. So that was a real breakout year for her. And then she got on a real focus of dropping weight. She lost 40 kilos over the next 18 months to then get drafted and live her dream. So super inspiring chat. We discussed her mentors that helped her along the way, from coaches to peers in the players, and how it took her ability to be able to use her talent, make the most of it, and work hard to now have a successful career. And she's playing at the Gold Coast Suns, and she's also played in Adelaide. So make sure to follow the podcast so you get notified when that launches tomorrow. And you can also watch the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, click the link in our Instagram bio, and you'll be able to watch as that premieres tonight. As for this week's guest, as I mentioned earlier, we've got 4 events coming up. So starting tomorrow night, Ben Stanley and myself will be streaming live from 8 p.m. and we'll announce the winner. It's getting super competitive. It's come down to about 5 athletes that have put themselves forward to win this amazing prize of $874 worth of a year subscription of online programming with Prepare Like a Pro, as well as a private coaching session with Ben. So massive resource, great for whether you're trying to develop yourself athletically as well as your technical side with Ben. So if you haven't started that one, you still have the opportunity to start entering the giveaway tonight, and you can still have a chance to win. I've listed what you need to do to enter and win the competition on our Instagram. So watch the video that I posted this morning, and you still have an opportunity to win. So that's 8 p.m. tomorrow night. We'll launch the winner. Like all our live events, they'll be on YouTube. And then we have Jordan Stairs, the West Coast strength and conditioning coach, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Really looking forward to this chat. Jordan's a great presenter. I was lucky enough to be presented by himself at the Australian Strength and Conditioning Association conference a couple of years ago. It was a great presentation on load management and athletic development. He's now doing great things at West Coast, and I was also lucky enough to catch up with him a few weeks ago, where West Coast trained at the gym that I work at Edge Training in Paran. So looking forward to that chat. Make sure you pencil in 8 p.m. Tuesday night this week. And if you have any questions for our members, just use the Discord group, send them through, and I'll make sure I fit them in. Wednesday night, I'll present on mobility for football. So that's like flexibility, but being able to use it on the footy field. So things like ground balls or overhead marking, things where you want to test your body under full range. We'll be going over the importance of mobility, the value for it for footy, as well as some practical skills that you can do to improve your mobility to help your on-field performance. So that's at Wednesday, 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel. It'll go for about 15, 20 minutes. So make sure you get your notebook out, and if you have any questions after watching that presentation, feel free to hit me up. Then Thursday, another massive guest on the Prepare Like a Pro live chats. We have Dom Kondo, who is the Geelong dietitian. So she consults at Geelong and looks after their nutrition program. Really looking forward to Dom. She actually came recommended from Jess Spenlove, who was on the podcast a month ago. And I've heard really great things. I've worked with a couple of athletes that have worked with Dom privately, and she's been at Geelong for a number of years. So if you're wanting to get better with your nutrition, or you just want to learn a little bit more around how to eat for a footballer, make sure to tune in 8 p.m. Thursday night. Both Jordan and Dom are leaders in the field, so if you want to make the most of that resource, make sure to tune in live, and you'll be able to use the chat box to answer, to ask your questions, and I'll make sure to try and fit those in. In terms of our giveaway, we've talked about that. I'll do Q&A now, guys. So for anyone that's tuned in, we'll talk about that. And just a reminder as well, we have our podcast episode launching on Mondays and Fridays now. I'm just going to play a quick little video about our academy, and then when I'm back, I'll answer any questions you want to send through. Just hit the chat box here. Hi, I'm Jack McLean, an AFL football strength and conditioning coach, and I want to introduce you to the Prepare Like a Pro Academy. Our academy is a subscription-based platform where you can sign up to be a part of our community. If you get to the end of each episode of the podcast and are hungry for more, this is for you. Designed for aspiring AFL athletes and staff, you'll receive heaps of bonus weekly content, learn who the guests are in advance, and submit questions. Access to our Facebook group with Jack and other Prepare Like a Pro coaches. You'll be able to receive merchandise, program discounts and freebies, and get free access to our live events, exercise technique database, and much more. This is a great way for you to support the podcast, and it helps me with production and release of epic content for you guys each week. Your contribution goes a long way in making the Prepare Like a Pro community possible. For a small monthly fee, you'll have access to all of the special content released on our Academy forums. There's no lock-in, and you can cancel absolutely anytime. Welcome back, guys. I can see Will Pearson sent a question. Do you have any programs that focus on in-season maintenance? We absolutely do. Our online Prepare Like a Pro strength and conditioning program adjusts to whether you're in off-season, pre-season, or in-season. So our online program caters to that. Our individualized program always caters to the individual, so that absolutely is customized. But our online programs are also adaptable to be able to suit where you are in season, as well as your age group. So we've got under 13s, 1, 15s, 17s, 19s, and seniors. And we vary the online program to the position that you play on the field, so whether it be small forward, small back, midfielder, key position player. Okay, so thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. If you have any questions on this week's events, make sure to send them through via Instagram. Really looking forward to the chat with Jordan and Dom, and hope to see you guys live on our YouTube channel. Thank you.